Hello everyone. Today you're going to be taking a look at a review refresher of the Notice a Note signpost cheat sheet that I've created for you. You may remember talking about this last year or talking about it in middle school. The signposts are things that we look for in our reading to bring us to that deeper level of understanding. And remember in our class we did the Google Slides for various chapters of the text that we're reading, and in a few of those instances I've asked you to, instead of summarizing, to analyze, meaning show what a particular event shows or reveals or proves to the reader. And so those signposts help you do that. So just as a refresher, looking over here first, these are fiction signposts. We will get to nonfiction eventually. But these fiction signposts alert readers to significant moments in a work of literature and encourages them to read closely. This helps create attentive readers who look closely at a text, interpret it responsibly and rigorously, and reflect on what it means to them. In order to respond in an effective, rigorous manner, put yourself in the shoes of the character. This is even true for song lyrics. You know, some of our favorite songs, we may not, as a young person, understand what the lyrics mean. And then when we grow up and mature and we look back on those lyrics, we have like this right here, this aha moment, this epiphany, like, oh, I get it now. Because you have, lived such a life that makes you understand that, and your maturity allows you to understand that now. Same thing with reading. You get it. When you come across a part of literature in a text, you realize suddenly you understood something, or, you realize, oh my gosh, now I see why that person did that. Same kind of thing. So down the left-hand side, guys, you will see these are the 6 different signposts that we talk about. So it is called Notice a Note because you're stopping, you're noticing something in a text and you're noting it. So these are our 6 signposts. Now, the signposts themselves are kind of elementary in what they're called. So you will see in the bold and parentheses, I've kind of upped the terminology, reflective more at the high school level. So contrast and contradiction is your first fiction signpost. Another word for that is irony. We know irony is the opposite of, something happens that is the opposite of what is expected. Again and again, something that's happening over and over, or an image reappears over and over. In literature, we call that a motif. An aha moment or an epiphany, what I call that OMG moment or a climax. Look for phrases such as suddenly I understood, or it came to me in a flash, or in an instant I knew. Kind of like in Lord of the Flies for college prep. Think about what Simon just talked to. And then for honors in 1984, think about what just happened to Winston and Julia. Our next signpost is memory moment, which is just another way to say flashback. Flashback is going back to an earlier point or a memory from the past. Words of the Wiser is our 5th signpost. Another word for this would be themes or theme topics or morals, where you would see like an older and wiser character sharing wisdom or advice to help a younger character. Very much like the grandpa talking to the grandson kind of thing, or the life lesson. And then of course the last one, tough questions, conflicts. All literature we read has a conflict. There's always a problem to solve, or else it would be extremely boring. Same thing with movies. There's always something to solve. So phrases in which the character expresses serious doubt or confusion. Man versus self, man versus man, nature, society, questioning themselves. So again, the left column are your 6 signposts. The middle column are clues, like things that are happening in the literature to get you to realize what signpost. And then an anchor question down the right-hand side. So when we do the signpost, I will say to you, okay, identify signpost in the chapter, for example, and answer the anchor question that goes with your signpost. So let's say I say, okay, in chapter 2 of the novel, I located an aha moment or epiphany. And then I say, okay, well, address the anchor question. I immediately come over to the right column. How might this change things? Okay, this epiphany or aha moment might change things in the novel or the text or whatever because blah, 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 blah. So left column, middle column, right column. The signpost, clues to look for to identify the signpost, and then again, the anchor question. So we are going to be starting with this. We'll be working with this a lot this week. And so this is going to be housed in Schoology on our main page where the constructed response folder is, and all of the things that we reference a lot will be there. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you pick apart the text, and your first assignment for the Notice and Note signpost will be coming up shortly.